お願いします。
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 A little bit of loosening. That's comfortable. Vertical. In front and back. And side to side. And rotating. Okay, I'm working inside, outside. And then just mix them in freely, any direction, just follow movement. Between any of them. Mix them in. And then just start to bring the arms into it. So just gently let the arms follow, lifting them. A real sense of connection into the ground. Nice and heavy and relaxed. Good, and then just working with the hands with a little bit of focus. So just play with the feet also. Got a kind of direction with the body. So keep it quite soft. Put the hands in any direction. Just add a little bit of focus into the fingertips. Playing a little bit with the feet, but keep the sense of the arms connecting into the footwork. Nice and soft. Keep that flexibility in the hands. Just play with it a little bit. Raise them up. Playing a little bit with rotation. That's it. Yeah, nice. There we go. Good, good. And then just play with these movements. So you've got the kind of classic kind of tiny henko, these kind of movements, and just play with that, really shifting the weight in. So again, it's got a little bit more focus and a bit more movement in. So you can step in, rotate to the back, play with then again any kind of position with the hands. You can bring them down, you can bring them up to any kind of position. But just get this feeling again, really solid, settled position. And really focus through the hand. So there's a sense of a point of focus. And you can explore the same kind of route you would use with the sword work. Just have the sense of the whole body focuses on one point and really grounds down. Just want the right amount of focus in the hands, which isn't going to make the body rigid. Keeps it supple. Really make a very clear pathway into the ground. Whoosh. Yeah. Good, good, good. Nice. Okay, good. And then last one, just make it a little bit more flexible. So again, you're doing it in movement, keep it fluid, and then find a movement where you're kind of focusing. So you can think about techniques like blended techniques coming in, finding a movement, but just keep it a bit more open. So you've got a kind of blending, soft, really let the body move, and then find a point of focus. And it can also just be a kind of point where you just settle the body down, looking into a tiny handcuff. Just play with it a little bit. Keep the body really loose, very flexible. And then really allow the body to focus. Settle and then find something else. Yes. Yes. Great. Okay, take care, Joe. We'll do a little bit of Suburi work. So. Great. Okay, so we'll just run through some of the Suburi. So we'll just start with number 1. Just from here, nice and calm, and just rolling straight into it. One nice clear movement. And just give it a try. Number 1. Yeah. Good, we go to number 2. Just coming up at the top. Yeah. And just one clean. Okay, we're going to number 3. So go into Shido. So really find this position here. And twisting to the back. Yeah. Really get this idea of the center pressing into the feet. Find the jaw and coming back this way. So really focused on the center this way, coming back. In, into the back. Okay, just work on these 3 movements. They all work on a very similar idea, which is this idea of compressing into the ground. So just play with the jaw in any position or loosely. So don't always come to this position. You can play here as well, but just get this idea that what you're doing is a compression into the feet and then pressing it out. So there's a kind of bowing in the body and then a pressing out. And all of them work on the same thing, bowing in, pressing out. So there's a moment where you're doing like this and then boom, you're kind of expanding it out. Yeah, anything that I do with the hands first is going to kind of disrupt it, so it will pull me out of the center, maybe kind of top heavy, or anything I do also, something like in the knees where I kind of do that, will also kind of collapse the structure. So just look for a structure which is like bowing in, and then pressing out with it. So you're kind of storing, releasing, and just play with these 3 motions because they do it really clearly, but in a really compressed way. There. The 3rd one especially, yeah. There's really a sense of storing into the ground and then releasing it forward as you go. Yeah. Just play with them. Yeah. Whoosh. Yeah. Just like doing this, so compressing into the ground. Yeah. And then take it in. That's it. Yeah. Good. Okay, we'll go to Gerangaeshi. So coming into number 4. Goes here, and then in. So you're really compressing it down also. In to the back. Nice clear movement. You're gonna just play with this movement, and you can do this both sides. So now you've got this compression now is coming right into the front foot, so that as you go, really compressing down and then out as you come through it. So just really get this. The thing is this: if I miss this compression, I'll just kind of press the body forward, and then there's nothing really compressing into the ground to kind of generate power, and then it becomes all about the arms to do it. So just get this feeling. It's as if you, when you go through, you're wheeling underneath the foot or underneath the ground. So it's going underneath and then pressing it out this way. So just get this feeling as you go. You're transferring the weight into the foot and really get this feeling of compression into the front foot. And then it comes out, releases through the other side of the jaw. It's the same with the ski coming in. Yeah, but get this feeling, especially here as you go in. That. And then really, really compressing into the ground. And it's really finding that compression into the ground. Something very heavy about it. If you go in, just play with it and break it down. Don't feel you need to do the 𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒈 all the time. That's it. Good, we got to number 5. So working with 𝒍𝒊𝒔𝒂𝒕, so coming up. And again, you've got this compression into the front foot and the strike through. One's a little bit easier because you're at the top and everything's going to drop down. So just allow the weight enter into the foot and press it forward as you go. Go here, up, there, into the ground. Really allow the center to compress into the foot.
Mike, thank you very much.
See
See
you.
you later, guys.
Joy. And again, just play with these two. So you got this forward step going through into the front foot. Play with both sides as well. The main thing with this one is just watch for going around the hip. So especially with this movement, going kind of here around the hip this way. So the Joe's traveling in a circular way with this movement, but let the body really travel through that front hip. And it's the same with the 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 tendency to let the body follow the Joe, but really allow the body to really travel forward as you go, and let the arms stay loose, so that you can find that rotation through the Joe. But just play with these two moves, 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂. Just getting this idea of this compression in the foot as you go in. Great, we'll look at the katate movement. So we'll just start with 11, and then we'll work it into the movements from the fourth kumija. So in this case, just going straight into the suburi from skikamai, rolling back here, keep the extension nice and strong. And then again, you've got this weight transfer across the front foot and letting the jaw come up this way. So just take this nice and slow, especially when you're working in a tight space. Just transfer the weight, let the jaw come up, and really focusing on this, again, this compression into the ground. And you've got these two really strange positions or difficult positions for the body to anchor the jaw. Just work them nice and slow. Just keep the weight settling down, 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 down. Here you go. Low to high. Yes. Okay. Good. And just really explore this first position, or well, the second position as you go in. So the main one I want to avoid is as you go in, kind of blowing back with the body this way. So you don't want the body to kind of twist in anywhere where you kind of start to get pulled over. You'll feel that if you hold this position, you're basically holding up into the body this way. So just play with it. You can also be, in this case, really too high, where I'm really holding it up with the arms and the shoulders. And the other one is where I'm really too low. So I've really collapsed the extension in a way, and the jaw's just kind of hanging in the front. So just take the position and just hold it for a few seconds, 4 or 5 seconds, and just check how it feels. It should feel really kind of comfortable for the body. So it should feel really anchored in the center, and the body should feel very balanced. But it's a tricky position because it's really asymmetrical also in terms of the weight distribution. It's really in the back. So just play with that position, but get a sense of the extension through the joint and the connection to the center and the feet. Just play with it. That's really where the weight's going to be transferred from. It should feel comfortable-ish. It's a really strange position, but try and really get the maximum amount of stability with it. Just explore different positions. A little bit to the back. Yeah. That's it. Good. Nice. Good. Whoosh. And just do the same thing at the end as well. So find here, this position, and just let it really settle into the body. So again, really strange position. You've got the elbows loaded onto one side, the arms are up, and just let the body really find the ground as you go into it. So you want to hit that point every time as you go into it. Really feel where the body can settle in. The major problem with this one is getting pulled up and then having to kind of sink the body down. So keeping the ground as you go through with the steps, really the hard part of it. But just let that position hold and just check. I can be in the front, really heavily forward, loaded to the back, too far down, lose the extension. Just check all these points as you go into it. Should feel relatively comfortable. Okay, good. So we're with number 4 on the attacking side. So the middle movement is this move. So you first start with the ski, coming from here, ski in, and then you've got to retreat back with this movement here. You're coming in over the top, and then the last movement, in this case, is to strike down onto the top of the head this way. So you've got 2 moves with the 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 and a sandwich in between. So you've got the thrust, withdraw, striking high, and then pressing the body down on the top. And this way. You go in, draw back, coming up high with the 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, and then dropping the body down, striking the top. This is to strike the top of the head, the end of the jump. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And this way. That's this way.
And the last strike, is it going to the head or to the wrist?
Yes, go to the head. In the form, this is where you've got the person in this position. So they're down, they've blocked the 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, but they've got their heads exposed. So they're here. So that blow's coming straight down onto the top of the head. So you've got that, and then it goes right down onto the top of the head. This one coming right down. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Michael,
Yeah, sure.
the last movement is a strike or is something like a press down?
No, it's a strike. It's going right to the top of the head. So you're in this position, and you can use the back side of the jump. It's going to strike down to the top of the head. So you've got the person in this case low, right in front of you. So
okay,
block that movement, and then you're just going to follow through forward with this one. Yeah. So in this case, it's a strike. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Okay, yeah, we'll do the defending roll. This is number 5. It's not. I said it was number 4. This is number 5 actually. So in this case, starting with the defending roll, it starts in the same way to number 2. So you roll back this way, here, and then you're thrusting in this way. As you make this thrust, what happens in number 2 is the person goes into this movement and strikes in the knee. But in this case, they do the retreat into the 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂. So you've got this move coming into here, and then the strikes coming for the top of the head. So what you do is 2 things. You use the 𝒊, goes here, 2. You use the 𝒊 to protect the head, and you're also in terms of the form also for like extra safety as well. You're dropping the body down. You see in the dojo also will drop down onto the knee as you go. So you can you don't need to go down to the ground with it. You just need to lower the body a little bit. So you come in 1, 2, and then just find the body here. So you want the 𝒊 to really cover the head. It's really protecting the head this way. So we'll just do those 3 movements. It goes 1, 2, 3. So the body's coming right down with the movement. And if you're comfortable, you can go down to the knee, but not necessary. The main thing is the jaws protecting their head, and it's going to receive the jaw at an angle where it's just going to deflect off. 1, 2, 3. That's it, that's it, that's it. Yeah, and there's two kind of extreme positions I don't want to go in. The first one is what a lot of people do when it comes in, is trying to, in a way, try and block the jaw coming in. I think this is coming in very fast. The likely, if I block it, is low, and it's probably just going to pass over the top of the jaw and hit the head. So just watch for being too far out, basically in this kind of position. So if the head's exposed, basically, it's not going to protect the head. So as you go in, you get a sense that it's coming back and protecting the head. So this is a priority in this case. It's not to block the strike, it's to protect the head. Actually, when you do this fast, if you do this in a way where you're really dropping the body down, you probably don't make contact with the tip of the jaw at all. So it will just kind of pass through it will just pass off the head this way. The other one, I don't want to go into this position where I'm too close to the body and the jaw's really tight to the head. If it gets struck, it's going to hit the side of the head this way. So I don't be too tight to the body. You just want a sense of extension here, but really the jaw's protecting the side of the head. So that's the priority in this case. So you've got 1, 2, and then really shift it so it's protecting the head, that position. That's it. Great, great. Awesome. Okay, the last movement is kind of 2 moves. So you go 1, 2, 3. So you've got this movement here, and then you've got, if you imagine the jaw coming down onto the top of the head this way from this position before, it's coming right down onto the body this way. So I need to bring the body in, and you're going to use the back end of the jaw to press down onto the jaw this way. So you go from this position, whole body comes in there, and use the back end of the jaw to press down, press down, press down, and then you thrust in to finish this way. So it's actually 1 movement, just practice it as 2. So it goes here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, coming in with the thrust. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Good. Whoosh. That's it. Very good. The main thing in this move is getting the hips in place so you can drop the weight through the jaw. So again, it's really easy to do this in a way where the hands are going to kind of go first. But just get the idea that the body's really driving the movement. So just play with this move, keep it nice and soft. You also want to really relax so that the arms are nice and loose, so that you can really drop the weight of the jaw down on the movement. So really just play with this move. Really exaggerated, but you want really this when the body's dropping, all the weight's going to the tip of the jaw. And then you thrust in this way. Just play with it a little bit. But you've got to feel the body really cushions into the blow. Slow. Yeah. Whoosh. Whoosh.
Michael,
Sure.
would you please show the footwork of these two movements again in slow motion, please?
Let's see. I'll do the whole thing. So we've got this. This. Wait, sorry. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. Like this, and then you go up, that, a little bit to the side, and then thrusting in this way. See that? So you've got that, that, that. A little bit off the line, and then you're thrusting in this way.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, good. Yeah, there we go. Good. Good. Last couple of minutes, just play with both sides. So you've got the attacking form, which goes from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Goes in, and you've got the defending side. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4. In that way. Just play with both sides. So the attack and defense side. Very good. Great. Good. We'll stop there. That's Kumijo number 5. We've not done 4. We'll do 4 another time. You can link these also together. So we'll do this another time. Let's. Domo. Arigato.
Arigato, gozaimasu.
Thank you, Michael.
Very good.
Thanks, Michael.
Nice.
Thank you, Michael.